I'm tired of thinking so much. Lately, that's why I've been drinking so much. Been facing my demons for months. Now they just chill with me, die on this hill with me. Maybe if I can become what the world really wants, then I'll get a break. Guess in the meantime, I focus on me time and try not to dwell on how much that it takes. So let all the bullshit roll out for me, hoping the world can just stop for me. Give me a second. I'm fucking tired of taking the everyday pain and contorting it into a lesson. When I'm audacious enough to just say what I want, now I'm too busy blocking my blessings. The standards are doubled and triple, quadruple, but somehow I'm crazy for sitting and stressing. Wow, guess I'm a brat. Guess I'm a self-hating bitch cause I love being rich but don't wanna be fat. Fuck a description, I'm too busy wishing on stars like I wanna be that. A regular woman who walked through the world with no weight on her back. No pun intended, hell yes I'm offended, my body don't do shit but rap. I'm not a token, a hero, fuck that, bitch I'm just breathing. Lately I think for a reason. Also I finally get why the leaves are all dead and it's lifeless and dark for a season. Even the world need a rest, even the world get depressed. It's not really nothing but rain in the cold, but we dancing it like it's the best. Give me the answer, this feel like a test. Not for real, I don't know. So many places I wanna go, so many people I wanna meet. I'm in my apartment, not trying to eat. I just wanna walk on the fucking street without thinking about how much I weigh. I mean, just for a day, love the grind is abundant me. Listen, I get it, my size is embedded in everything that I produce for you niggas. None of y'all know me, y'all not fucking homies. I'm tempted to just let it loose on you niggas. Not an election, so start the projections, no vote. I just rap in the booth for you niggas and get on my phone and start feeling alone. I got issues and that is the truth for you niggas. Exclusive for niggas, I ain't in the business of coding my trauma and sugar. Everyone says if I look like a 10 and my problems were ending, yeah, maybe they would've. They would be over, no criticism to shoulder. I could just fucking exist without being praised for wearing my face. Bitch, ain't nothing brave about looking like this. I'm just a girl who's after a dream, and I'm crushing the scene. But it fuck with my head, cause I wanna be seen. I just wanna be loved, if I'll never be lean. But I'm fucking over forgiving the ones who offend, cause I know what they mean. I'm tired of thinking so much. Lately, that's why I've been drinking so much. Been facing my demons for months. Now they just chill with me, die on this hill with me. Maybe if I can become what the world really wants, then I'll get a break. Guess in the meantime, I focus on me time and try not to dwell on how much that it takes. So let all the bullshit roll out for me, hoping the world can just stop for me. Give me a second.
Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3.
Description. I'm too busy wishing on stars like I wanna be that. A regular woman who walked through the world with no weight on her back. Body don't do shit but rap. I'm not a token, a hero, fuck that. Bitch, I'm just breathing. Lately I think for a reason.
Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Happy Thursday night. I know it's late, okay? I went to sleep this afternoon. Woke up. I was wondering if I should do went live and did this tomorrow, whatever. I was like, no, I'm gonna do it tonight and get it out the way. So there's a lot going on, y'all. There's a lot going on. I'm gonna get right into it. What's with? I just found this out. I was looking at the news on YouTube about ice shooting. Hey, what the hell? I'm gonna get my cat, I swear. I'm gonna get my cat. Hold on just a minute. I'm gonna get this little fur brat. Hold on.
I could just fucking exist without being praised for wearing my face. Bitch, ain't nothing brave about looking like this. I'm just a girl who's after a dream, and I'm crushing the scene. But it fuck with my head, cause I wanna be seen. I just wanna be loved, if I'll never be lean. But I'm fucking over forgiving the ones who offend, cause I know what they mean. I'm tired of thinking so much. Lately, that's why I've been drinking so much. Been facing my demons for months. Now they just chill with me, die on this hill with me. Maybe if I can become what the world really wants, then I'll get a break. Guess in the meantime, I focus on me time and try not to dwell on how much that it takes. So let all the bullshit roll out for me, hoping the world can just stop for me. Give me a second. I'm fucking tired of taking the everyday pain and contorting it into a lesson. When I'm audacious enough to just say what I want, now I'm too busy blocking my blessings. The standards are doubled and triple, quadruple, but somehow I'm crazy for sitting and stressing. Wow, guess I'm a brat. Guess I'm a self-hating bitch cause I love being rich but don't wanna be fat. Fuck a description, I'm too busy wishing on stars like I wanna be that. A regular woman who walked through the world with no weight on her back. No pun intended, hell yes I'm offended, my body don't do shit but rap. I'm not a token, a hero, fuck that. Bitch, I'm just breathing. Lately I think for a reason. Also I finally get why the leaves are all dead and this life isn't dark for a season. Even the world need a rest. Even the world get depressed. Snow really nothing but rain in the cold, but we dancing it like it's the best. Give me the answer, this feel like a test. Not for real, I don't know. So many places I wanna go. So many people I wanna meet. I'm in my apartment, not trying to eat. I just wanna walk on the fucking street without thinking about how much I weigh. I mean, just for a day, love the grind is abundant me. Listen, I get it, my size is embedded in everything that I produce for you niggas. None of y'all know me, I'm not fucking homies. I'm tempted to just let it loose on you niggas. Not an election, so start to
Okay, sorry about that. I had to stop Tiger for doing what he ain't supposed to be doing in that damn kitchen. Anyway, this is all part of being a cat parent. But anyway, I'm looking at the news on YouTube and they say it was an ice shooting. Oh my God, that cat in heat. There's a cat in heat outside. It's not ours. Ours are fixed. Um, yeah, her name is Renee Good. They said the ICE agent a couple of months ago was dragged trying to stop a illegal, and the guy pulled off, and he was dragged and injured. So I guess they want the agent prosecuted because this she's a mother. Um, she was on her way to drop her child off somewhere, and when it happened, I said, "What?" They didn't get too much in the details of it. Maybe the ICE agent was gunning for somebody else and she got caught in the crossfire. I'm not sure. They didn't get too deep into the news thing from what I saw, but they wanted to prosecute that ICE agent. But Vince was like, he got immunity because he's a federal agent. He was doing his job. And because he was hurt on the job the last time when he was dragged, um, that guy dragged him in a vehicle when he was injured. I guess he was triggered. I said, then he shouldn't have came back to work so fast. Then I don't know. Now somebody mama ain't coming back. She's gone. So rest in peace to Renee Good, whoever she is. And I also saw some news about these in Greenboroughs. I think that's in North or that's one of the Carolinas, I think, right? Um, get rid of this. They got what they call pellet houses, pellet homes for homeless people to keep them off the street. And they're like really, really tiny homes. There's no bathroom in there. It's like little pellet homes community to keep, homeless people, you know, from, freezing out in the cold. And they do have heat in there and they have a bed and it's like little spacing for their belongings. So I'm like that, hey, that's better than sleeping outdoors. Okay. At least they put some heat in there. And what they do, they go to like it's a community building, um, not too far from where the pellet home community is, where they use the bathroom and I guess they take their showers and stuff like that. So that's better than being outdoors, especially in the wintertime. So I guess this is like a new experimental thing to help with the homeless people. So yeah, I hope it works out. What's this thing? I guess it's one step away from them getting permanent housing, you know. But yeah. So I was checking out this story about Terrell Carter, right? right? In a short. And then I saw, most of the whole interview. You know how they on the short, they could link videos and shorts. So he said that his mom, when his mother gave birth to him, she was 11 years old. She was disabled, and she was an amputee. She was an amputee, disabled 11-year-old who needed constant care, was pregnant. They thought it was a tumor because she had she was on medications and stuff like that. Nah, one of the relatives in there SA'd her, and he ain't served out one day in jail. They didn't know who it was, I guess, or maybe I don't know, they turned a blind eye. I don't know, child. But yeah, his mama was an 11-year-old disabled amputee, and he wrote a book. And I think he's on some show. I don't know too much about the guy. I just saw him on the show. I say, wow, that's interesting because I know stories like that. I know stories in my own family like that. Okay, you know how you have that drunk relatives, that drunk auntie that tell a little bit too much at the family gathering. That's how I felt out some things. I said, what? Baby, you talking about family secrets. So he was saying that nobody knew who the father is until he got a little older and he started growing into his looks. The father was still coming around. And they noticed that the guy, they look alike. So they figured who the father was. He said his father was some type of musician. He played like the guitar and stuff like that. I said, oh my God. My God. That's crazy. That is fucking crazy. That's how I found out about my cousin. I'm gonna tell a little something, right? So it was at my grandfather's funeral, my mama dad, right? So we all had to go down south, right? And I was at one of my auntie house, my mom's older sister, and the oldest out of all of them was telling my cousin she was messy though. I don't know if she had a little bit too much to drink that day. I think I was about, let me see, how old was I when we went down there? I think this was in 87. So I was around 12. I was 12 years old, right? So at the time, my cousin, she was almost 30. So as far as I knew, she had 3 children. As far as I knew, she had 3 kids. She had 3 girls. 2 was in foster care. She was raising the youngest one, right? So the youngest one came down south with us. So my messy aunt, my messy as aunt. No, it wasn't the oldest. Actually, the oldest auntie is her mother. Okay, the aunt down south was like, "How many kids you got?" I'm thinking in my head, she got 3, right? She said, "How many kids you got? How many kids you got?" She said 3. She said, You what happened to that other child? I'm looking like, what other child? I don't even know her. Now mind you, I only know her for having 3 kids. Kind of find out, child. She had a child. She was pregnant. at like 11, 12 years old by my pedo uncle. And the family knew this. Around the same time my mama was pregnant with me. So the baby, she had the child. She had a boy. So I got a cousin somewhere that's exactly my age. We was born the same month. I got a cousin that I ain't never met. I only saw a picture of him, and it was kind of like it wasn't really clear because he was, when she gave birth to him, they sent him to foster care or whatever like that. But after she was confronted about this child, you know, I didn't get to hear the rest of the conversation because I guess they told me to go. They was trying to get rid of me because they was about to get into like some grown folk stuff. And I'm like, she got another kid. But when we came back, she had pictures of the boy. She had pictures of the boy. Um, I think she showed me pictures like years later after that. And he was at a wedding. I guess his foster parents sent pictures to her, whatever like that. She still kept in contact with him somehow. He was at a wedding. He was tall. He was dark. I said, "Oh my God, he kind of resembled this uncle. He's not my uncle by blood. He's my uncle by marriage. I can't stand that motherfucker. Oh, I can't stand him. He passed away. He passed away when they told him. I'm sorry, but when they told me he passed away, it was like, and it may sound mean. I ain't really had no feelings about it. Like that's how much I can't fucking stand him. But that's another story. He ain't never touched me or nothing. Cause he probably knew I'm that gun. That's another story. But yeah. So she showed me pictures of this guy and I'm like, he's tall, he's dark skinned, just like the uncle, but I couldn't get a good clear of his face. So yeah, I got a cousin out here somewhere, child. I don't know who he is. We the same exact age. I don't know who he is. And then when I was about when I was in my when I was about 19, her oldest sister, told me that she had a child by him. At first, I didn't know she was telling the truth because, she was a little, like, she had some mental illness going on. Like she was like institutionalized a couple of times. So I don't know if she was just imagining it. She told me she had a child by him too. I was wondering why my aunt, the aunt that was married to this monster, I always wonder why they never really went to her house. Like they would always spend time with us, but my mom would visit um my aunt and this uncle every now. So I used to hate going over there. I swear. Maybe I used to could pick up on spirits back then. I used to hate it over there. Even the aunt that don't like me, I didn't mind spending the nights and stuff at her house. But when it came down to that particular house, I used to always cry when my mom used to leave me there. And I never understood why. Like I would, man, that this dude was bad news. This dude was bad news. Him and my dad almost got into it over something. I don't know what it is. He told me years later that he be seeing him around town. He cheated on my he had kids on my aunt and all that other stuff besides with my with my cousins and shit. That's a whole nother story. And bringing the kids around the house, like what? Mm-mm. No. Had the audacity to bring one of his little bastard children around our home. I say that is a disrespect. Had had his daughter bring, I guess, her half sister to our home. I don't know this bitch. I'm sorry, but I don't know this bitch. And that's a disrespect. Cause that's like that's my mama's youngest sister. And you having these kids on my aunt. I know you did what you did. You having these illegitimate kids on my aunt around the city, and you're bringing them to her relative's house. Man, they would be glad I wasn't there. I guess I was at work or something. I was somewhere. I would have been, like, who the fuck is you? And why is she in my home? Bad enough I ain't like his daughter. But I found out some shit about her struggles with that so-called father, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I ain't gonna say too much, but child, I could write a book on that family alone if I want to, and it'll be a bestseller. But yeah, you be surprised how many stories like that, especially in our community, in the brown, the black community. It's sad. So it's like, yeah, like I know some stories in my family by that shit. That's my mama side. I ain't gonna get it about my father's side. What I recently, just the past few years, just a few years ago, what I found out, baby, it fucked me up with my older cousins. Mm. Anyway, but yeah, it's these little family secrets. That's why these people be half kooky crazy. You know, when you see that so-called crazy relative, they say that be in the back of the house, that be in that back room. Know that that person probably seen and been through some shit. Don't judge them too harshly because they probably been through hell and back. Okay, but yeah, so this guy Terrell Carter wrote a book about that and everything. So I'll probably look into that, look into some more about that. Now let me get into Strong Mommy Chrissy. I'm confused on Strong Mommy Chrissy. Make sure you guys hit the like on your way in and out, please and thank you. I see people peeking in. I've been keeping up with her vlogs. It's relaxing. Now, the last couple of vlogs been kind of disturbing. I gotta catch up on her live streams. But I've been watching like the video vlogs and stuff like that, right? And she's starting a cooking channel, child. Last week she said she's about to be evicted. Her and her husband, this invisible man, because I ain't yet seen her husband. I ain't yet seen a damn wedding photo or vlog. I mean, she's a vlogger and she's very vain. And one thing about weddings and brides to be, we could be vain and very spoiled, and we gonna take pictures of everything. Okay, she is a vlogger. You don't think if she is planning a wedding, she will base content on her preparations of her wedding? There is none. There's none. When she was married before, quote unquote, there was none. Kind of find out they were never married. So it's like, come on now. You don't have to lie and say you're married to someone legally. Okay. Now you spiritually married. Okay. You believe you were spiritually married, connected to this person. Okay. But don't say this that you on my level, bitch. That you are legally married. That's a whole nother fucking arena. Until y'all you share your last name, until you go down to these agencies and change your last name, bitch. Nah, we're not the same. So I'm confused, right? She says she's getting evicted because they're in the house they live in with the landlord. The landlord was having some financial difficulties, and the house is going under foreclosure. So they have to move. Now, in her recent vlog, she said she wants to run an Airbnb business. I said, scared? Excuse me? Because at first I thought I saw the way that the thing was titled was 100 kids living in an Airbnb, which, if you've been following Strong Mommy Chrissy, she done went from Airbnbs to houses, and I mean like some nice houses. We was wondering how she be moving into these nice houses. Never stay too long, always moving from place to place, getting evicted, or the landlord ain't accepting her money because they want her and the kids out. It's been going on for years. Y'all remember when the brother came out and exposed her? And I think the so-called husband back then came out and exposed her too. It was like she, the life she put out here ain't really what it is. And she be trying to borrow money from her father and shit like that. Because she strike me as a person whose family is well to do. Especially the father. Her family seem like they well to do people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm confused. Like, wait a minute, you about to get evicted, but then you trying to start an Airbnb business? Child. Was she trying to get a loan or something to baby? I can't. But I'm gonna be following along and see what's going on, child. Meanwhile, Live Life, I think, still in jail, right? She's still locked up for unpaid child support. She just had a baby last year, right? So who got that child? I'll tell you, I guess as long as you bright skinned and you look a certain way, these people still gonna put a baby in her. No matter how screwy and messed up they are, they still gonna put a baby in her. And Jazzy, I guess, is Jazzy, and she's still doing her vlogs. I gotta catch up on her vlogs. Yeah, I gotta catch up on her vlogs and stuff. So, yeah, it's some confusion there, but I'm gonna keep watching, see how this Airbnb thing gonna take off. And I be seeing these horror stories about what happened during the pandemic. How these Airbnbs was stuck with tenants that ain't want to move out. They ain't want to move out. Ain't want to pay nothing. I don't think I can even get into that. I'd be too scared. Y'all remember that woman in Washington? They finally evicted her. That was in that house, and the woman was trying to go through procedures to try to get her evicted. They finally evicted that lady. That claimed she got a candle business. She ain't pay that woman her rent, and yet on Instagram taking trips. Hold on, y'all.
Projections no vote, I just rap in the booth for you niggas and get on my phone and start feeling alone. I got issues and that is the truth for you niggas. Exclusive for niggas, I ain't in the business of coding my trauma and sugar. Everyone says if I look like a 10 and my problems were ending, yeah, maybe they would've. They would be over, no criticism to shoulder. I could just fucking exist without being praised for wearing my face. Bitch, ain't nothing brave about looking like this. I'm just a girl who's after a dream, and I'm crushing the scene. But it fuck with my head, cause I wanna be seen. I just wanna be loved, if I'll never be lean. But I'm fucking over forgiving the ones who offend, cause I know what they mean.
Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I hope y'all hitting that light. Hit that light on the way in and out. Okay. What I was on like Strawberry Chrissy, the Messy Mommy Saturday. They said some new players unlocked over there and some other messy mamas over there. I gotta check out, child. I was peeking in on. It's this trifling. It's this real trifling one. I forgot her name, but they said something about how her son wasn't really supposed to be in that house because something was going on with his ass and one of them other kids. I'm just gonna put it that way. He wasn't even supposed to be in that house. Uh, I gotta catch up to that story. Shanae is back on YouTube. You know, the my 600 pound life chick, Shanae Murray, with her son. The boy look like he's healthy, well taken care of. Y'all know she need help with that boy because she can't take care of that child by herself. Ever since she had that boy, somebody's always changing the pampers, doing this and that. She never got up and changed that child pamper or wash him or did anything. Either the mama did it or someone else had to come do it. Um, she had a caregiver that would come. That was her friend. They used to come by and wash her up and stuff. And it's like, wait a minute, you're out here having fucking babies and you can't even wash your own ass. Child, it was a whole mess with Shanae with this pregnancy and this baby child. She ain't even with that guy no more, the child father no more. The one that was collecting SSI checks and stuff. I guess he went back to Texas as he should and get the fuck because they was trying to use him for his money. I guess Shanae and her mom. But that's a different story, child. I was following Shanae's story. Y'all remember, when she migrated from what's that, Indianapolis to Texas for the show with Dr. No. And Dr. No dropped her because she kept breaking the rules. She was pretty much stuck in Texas for years. She was living from hotel room to hotel room. Remember her husband Fred was with her, and then Fred left her for a mukbanger. Cause y'all remember her and Prissy P used to do these collabs together. Um, they was doing collabs together and stuff, and that's how they met. That Miss C, and somehow Miss C and Fred don't hooked up. Child, Miss C supposed to be this Christian woman, child. I don't know why she's shacked up with a married man all these years, and she supposed to be this Christian. I guess her and Fred is still together all these years. He rather be, I guess, shacked up with her than be homeless with Shanae and continue to be her caregiver or whatever. So when Fred left her, she been living from hotel room to hotel room. It's one big mess, child. One big old mess. Okay. I hope he took my advice and hurry up and ran and get that divorce. Cause baby, I don't want them. I say she could run down there and go to child support and put your ass in child support, even though that child ain't his. Because in some states, if you're married, even if the wife go out and have a baby under that marriage, they gonna assume the married father is the child father, and they could put his ass on child support. I said, you better hurry up and get a divorce quickly. Anyway, especially that other father mentally unstable. Well, anyway, she back, y'all. The shenanigans. She been hiding out for a while ever since that dude died. That dude she was stalking and had issues with and was driving around him. Ever since he died, somebody unalived him, and they were saying that she had something to do with that. She already told that story how she got her own daddy robbed. That's another story. I know it's a mess, right? It's one big old mess. She told a story like Sinead tells all her business. How she got her own daddy robbed. Don't sleep on her. Don't sleep. Somehow she got goons all of a sudden. Anyway, enough about Shanae. Child. Enough about Shanae. Speaking of Prissy P, I've been trying to catch up to her vlogs and everything like that. Their daughter is real pretty and chubby. Okay, so hopefully they'll get a hold of that. They will break that generational thing of being big like that. And I'm just saying, and the daughter's getting chubby. They might want to get a hold of that before it gets out of control. Okay. Get her active or something, child. Get her active. you know, get her in some activities or something, cause yeah, that baby getting kind of chunky, chunky, chunky. Hopefully she'll grow out of that. You know, her husband looked like he lost a little bit of weight. Now, when they first came on YouTube, he was not that big, and she showed pictures of him when they first met. He was skinny. Like her husband was small. And it's like when they started doing mukbangs, I guess that's when the weight start piling on them like that. I said, yeah, I need to get a hold of that shit. Cause when you get older, baby, the weight don't carry around the same. So, Pastor Jamal Bryant's wife dress. Everybody been talking about this infinite dress. Pastor Jamal Bryant. I have my reservations about him, child. Let's see. Let's show a picture of the dress. I'm pretty sure you guys probably heard about it, seen it. Jamal Bryant dress. So, y'all see that? That's the dress she wore. It's like a couture dress, okay? And it's flesh tone to make you look like, she's nude. Keep in mind, she's a pastor's wife. So, a lot of people ain't too happy about it. There are people that's not happy about the response he gave. I want to play that now. About the response he gave. Of people saying something about the dress. Uh, they was on Tamara Hall show. Response. Okay, so he responded in some type of sermon at his church, and people were pissed about it. They were pissed about the response. Uh, a lot of people doing okay. They got one in a short. No, I need a real time video.
If you're over 30 with a mortgage, did you know that?
I bought the dress, and I like it. I don't care whether you like it or not. She ain't mad to y'all. She mad to me. I bought the dress, and I like it.
There's another dress. She it looks like she like couture style dresses. There's another dress she got too. Also flesh tone. Put together. My things was that he said something about, oh, you want your wife looking like she's from Little House on the Prairie, which I love that show, by the way. They don't make shows like that no more. I used to watch that every day. My thing is just, why is everybody surprised? Did people forget that Jamal Bryant is a manhole? And he should have stepped down from the pulpit years ago, way before he took over. What's that? New Hope Church in Atlanta, right? He's in Atlanta. He was from Baltimore. And I did not know that he was not married. This is his second wife he married in 2024. This is his recent wife. I did not know he and his prior wife got divorced. I didn't know that. I think she's on Real Housewives of Pontiac, I think, Potomac. I did not know they got divorced. I understand it too. Like, he's a cheater. He don't have babies. Do you know they're saying that there's a woman that's taking him to court because he has a child. He had a child around the time I guess he was dating this wife now, this current wife. And they're saying all this shit is a distraction. There's a woman that's taking him to court for child support because they got a child together and the child is autistic. The child, like, she needs help. And he won't acknowledge this child. He has a history of cheating and having babies with women in these churches. He has a history of this. He should have been stepped down the pulpit. I don't respect him. I don't. So are they surprised he has a wife and parading her around like a harlot in these couture dresses? Now I can see Beyonce wear those dresses because she's in the entertainment business. But when you're a first wife of a pastor of a church, now there's a certain way you gotta dress. There's a certain presence about yourself that how you should live. But then again, when you marry to a man whore, he's not gonna see an issue with it. So there it is. That's what I think about it. Whores go to connect with other whores. Okay? Ain't that the same guy that said these hoes ain't loyal in the church? These hoes ain't loyal. He said it right in the church. He sure did. He quoted Chris Brown. So I ain't surprised. He should step down. God have gave that man grace over the years. He need to step down now. There are pastors that are getting shot by their wife. Did you hear about that pastor in Alabama that got shot by his wife? Kind of found out he had domestic abuse charges at the gang. And they're saying that is self-defense. Now, her people is backing her up because that knows, I guess, the history of their business. She was on the verge of leaving him and divorcing him. So, yeah, she shot him dead. and she's not in jail because it's self-defense. Now, his followers was like, no, she ought to be in jail. Nah, our pastor can't do no wrong. You know how some church folks are. They ain't there to serve God. They there to serve the damn pastors and bishops and follow behind men. And some of them harlots in there are lusting at these married pastors, like a Jamal Bryant. Anyway, these people are running up in these churches and going. Prrr. God has given that man some grace and mercy. So if he ain't right, step down while he got a chance. Okay? Because God is tired of the shenanigans. While he got a chance and still living and breathing. Okay? But anyway, because nowadays the churches is the business. It's like the church ain't the same no more. It's not. That's why I don't have no desire to join any church organization, big or small. I just don't. The church is really the body of Christ. It's a spiritual body. Okay, the church is really the people, not a building. But anyway, okay, let's see. That's my take on that. Short and sweet. And like I said, some people think it's a distraction from the court case that's coming up on his ass. It is what it is. And as you can see, she got another couture dress similar to that. That's fleshy tone. So, what else is on the agenda? And that's it. That's all I gotta say for right now. Um, Let me talk a little bit about a mess a little bit. So, they was talking about uh this young lady Mia. She's the new content creator. Mia's live last night, and all this stuff was going on with Lola, and then JC was on a panel together, whatever like that. And folks are saying that it could be a play. It could be, but I was listening to this commentary about it today, and it's funny how these people now they got these big subscribers, these numbers are now they're throwing like little shade at the young woman. Now she's starting to get numbers, and she just started off, and she started to get numbers so quickly. And they throwing shade. They saying, "Oh, she ain't part of no sector, and she's really irrelevant." But they forget this. They the same people that once upon a time had 2, 3 people in the fucking chat in the beginning of their YouTube streaming career. They forgot it was only 2, 3 people in the fucking chats. Most likely I was one of them. And that growth only came because somebody had to go to jail. So that following had to get recycled too, because they ain't got no place to go at night to watch and hang out. So there it is. So fast forward to all this big growth. Now somebody else is coming up very quickly, and now they're irrelevant. They ain't nobody. They ain't in no sector. I say let her do what it do, and I wish her the best. And if it took that disrespectful drunk over there for her to help grow her numbers, so be it. I wish her the best. And I hope she take this and take off with it and do what she do with it. You know what I mean? Whether she want to do fashion, she want to do makeup, she want to do vlogs, she want to talk about celebrity gossip, whatever content she decided to do. I ain't going to shit on somebody's success. I ain't no hater. I'm a congratulator. And how dare these people with these big numbers? They forgot they had two, three people in the chat at themselves, and it took them a long time to grow. The fuck? Anyway, note I didn't put a name on it, so you want to assume it is what it is. Hit dogs will holler. Anyways, I wish her the best. Okay, on this YouTube journey. Now I'm gonna keep my distance and I'm gonna watch from afar. Okay. Some people I keep my distance. I move around and move out the way or whatever like that. Nothing against her, but I don't drop down everywhere. In some places where I used to drop, I don't anymore. If you notice. Yeah. But nobody cares because apparently nobody don't watch me, even though Larry Curly and Gerald is out here screenshotting everything I do and sending it on IG on another platform. Like damn. How nobody get recognized on another platform to call somebody to talk about little old me? Somebody that's not watchable. Anyways, I wish her the best. But there are people, there are sabotagers that's watching and waiting and looking for a reason to strike, child. So just be on your guard. Just be on your guard and pay that passive aggressiveness no attention. Oh, she's pretty, but she's nothing. The fuck? Anyways, that's what I mean. That passive aggressive bullshit. Anyways, that's what I gotta say about it, child. It is far as you know, I guess Lolo being on the same link as the JC lady that said so about her mom for a long time until the excuse is, oh, mirrors they people. You know, one thing about that drunk, he's possessive when it comes down to his friends, and he know not to take things too far. I noticed with that Mia because she will speak up. She may be soft spoken, but she will speak the fuck up. Okay. Unlike some people that would just gloss over and let him do whatever he want, let him say whatever he want. He tend to hit these links, then he could take possession over people channels and shit and turn it into how he run his shit. Then it's like it becomes the lemon show and it's supposed to be your shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, you gotta be careful with that. I guess you know, maybe they did wanna make their presence known, like, yeah, we got her back and we ain't going nowhere. We got her back type of thing, child. But I'm gonna sit back and watch and see how this whole thing unfolds. Now he just said today on his thing that he said he got text messages between him and the JC that how she wanted to cuss the Mia lady out for trying to get with him. I'm like, what? Do they really matter now? Do they? I don't think they that matter anymore. But we'll see how that goes, child. We'll see how that goes. Maybe he's trying to say that she's trying to size up the competition. I don't know. It's no comp. No competition. Remember the steppers? No competition. No comp, no competition. I mean, she got some pretty, pictures and everything like that. I mean, in the light, out of the darkness, full bodied. Okay, that's enough for me being messy. But for real though, I wish her the best. And it is what it is. And some people they do be moving kind of like strange and sideways and whatever like that. And just because you don't like somebody, don't make shit up about them. That's called bearing false witness. Okay, don't start making things up about them. Don't start making lies and spreading lies and narratives and stuff like that. Always stand on truth and facts, or whatever like that. If you type of person, especially you're a content creator that sit there and start making shit up for clickbait and whatever like that, I pretty much back away from you. Because it's like, don't say you got receipts and you sitting there talking and you don't have none. You waste everybody's time because you just want views. Mm, that's turn off for me. Goodbye. Next. I can't. I don't like that. Don't do that. Don't lie for clicks and payload. That is a big turn off for me. No, no, no. You won't barely see me around. But anyway, I'm about to go. Thank you for watching, my little 3 people in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, y'all. And I am out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell and check all the information in the description box. Bye. And check out my community wall because it's funny sometimes. And apparently, some people are bothered. For the bothered ones, keep reading my community wall and keep constantly pissed off. Don't let me think. Don't let me. I get to you. I'm gonna continue to piss your ass off. Anyway, bye. Good night.